Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Gunjan, for that kind introduction. It is truly a privilege to stand before all of you today as the jury chair of the ET Kaleido Awards. At the outset, let me acknowledge the increasingly critical role that public relations and corporate communications plays in today's world. We are operating in an environment defined by instant global connectivity, heightened scrutiny, and rapidly shifting perceptions. In such a landscape, reputation is no longer built in a linear manner. It is shaped continuously in real time across borders with multiple stakeholders through, through digital ecosystems where conversations are always on and highly visible. And at the heart of this lies trust. We all know the critical role of brand trust in influencing customer decisions. What this tells us is simple but powerful, that communication today is not just about visibility, it is about credibility. And this is where PR and stakeholder communications have fundamentally evolved. Corporate brand communications and PR are no longer mere support functions or channels of amplification. They are strategic business functions that shape reputation, influence stakeholder confidence, and help organizations navigate complexity. Whether it is engaging customers, employees, managing crisis, building investor trust, or driving cultural relevance. What is also redefining this role is the growing influence of technology, data, digital platforms, and AI. These are not just tools of efficiency, they are reshaping how reputation is understood and managed. They allow organizations to listen at scale, interpret sentiment sharply, anticipate risks earlier, and respond with greater speed and relevance. Insights from the McKinsey Global Survey on Corporate Reputation and Value Creation further reinforces that companies with strong, trusted reputations tend to outperform peers in terms of long-term value creation. Trust, therefore, is not a soft metric anymore. It is a business imperative. Therefore, building and maintaining trust with stakeholders remains one of the top priorities for business leaders globally, underscoring the central role of authentic communication in delivering that trust. This year's ET Kaleido Awards reflects that evolution very clearly. We received close to 500 entries across 3 master categories and over 60 subcategories, a testament to the scale and diversity of work being done in our space. It was particularly encouraging to see the expansion into sectors such as manufacturing and agriculture, along with newer areas like podcasts, user-generated content, and real-time PR. As we reviewed the submissions, a few clear patterns emerged. There is a visible shift from PR as a one-way broadcast function to a far more participative model. Many campaigns are not just speaking to audiences, but engaging them, inviting communities, consumers, and stakeholders to co-create narratives. Innovation, too, is being redefined. It is not just about the idea, but also about how that idea is brought to life through immersive experiences, technology-led interventions, and formats that earn attention organically, rather than simply buying it through paid media. We also saw how technology and data are now at the core of communication strategy, not as add-ons, but as enabler of sharper insights, personalization for greater impact. Increasingly, they are helping communicators move from reactive messaging to more predictive and insight-led engagement. Another strong trend is the growing importance of real-time context-aware communication. The most compelling work that we saw demonstrated agility, that is the ability to respond to the moment early with responsibility and authenticity. At the same time, there is a shift towards deeper storytelling. Brands own platforms such as websites, podcasts, YouTube social media platforms, and long-term blogs are being used for sustained storytelling and engagement to build credibility and trust, moving beyond brand visibility. Encouragingly, many campaigns we saw were also deeply rooted in culture and community, whether through regional narratives, inclusive storytelling, or women-centric initiatives. This reflects a more grounded, more empathetic approach to communication. We also saw that impact is not barely budget dependent anymore. Small budget and resource efficient campaigns demonstrated strong creativity, earned amplification, and relevance, reinforcing that effectiveness today comes from insight, originality, and execution rather than the scale of spends. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to all the participants. The quality of work we saw reflects a confident and evolving communications ecosystem. My gratitude also goes to my fellow jury members, Team EY and ET Brand Equity. The evaluation process required rigor, thoughtful deliberation, and often difficult choices across highly competitive practice area awards, industry awards, and of course, the special awards. As we went through the submissions, one thing became very clear. Talent and creativity are abundant in our space. However, what truly distinguishes outstanding work is not just the idea, but the quality of how that work is presented. I would like to share a brief thought on this aspect for all present here, and especially for future applicants. A strong application is not merely a description of activities. It is a clear and compelling narrative, one that brings together context, strategy, execution, and impactful outcomes. The most powerful submissions are those that combine creativity with clarity and storytelling with substance. In several cases that we evaluated, we felt that interesting work could have been much more impactful with stronger narration and better presentation. And therefore, my advice would be, invest significant effort in presenting your work as you do in executing it. So finally, platforms like ET Kaleido Awards serve a much larger purpose. They build confidence within teams, validate effort, and inspire others. Award-winning work sets benchmarks. It defines what excellence looks like, and in doing so, it pushes the bar even higher for the entire industry. Let me conclude with a simple thought. In a world of constant noise, it is not the loudest voice that builds enduring brands. It is the most credible one. On that note, I would extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the winners and to every participant who made this platform meaningful. Thank you, and I wish you all a wonderful evening ahead.